Hi everybody, I am Tina. I am the founder and the chief number cruncher of Accounting Pros, and I'm so excited to show this to you guys. I just found this on the SBA site, but they had put up a Paycheck Protection Program sample form, which should give you some insight as to what they are looking for when you begin to apply for the PPP loan. So I'm going to walk you through this. I will link all this information for you, but so happy, so happy. Thank you SBA. So anyway, all this stuff really just follows what we were talking about in our other videos about the PPP. So you have to provide all the information for your business. So normal stuff, your legal name, your primary business address, your EIN or SSN, the average monthly payroll cost, and then 2.5 times that. And then here we've got a little section which is not clear, but number of jobs. I'm hopeful that they will provide more information about that or insight, but I expect that to be number of jobs now, but could be average last year. I have no idea. They're going to have you check what the purpose of the loan is for. So payroll, rent, or mortgage, utilities, or other. If you have any other expenses, you will of course need to specify what that is. I'm assuming most people need it for the first three. Every business owner or everybody in the business that owns more than 20% of the business needs to add their information. So we need to know who you are, what your title is, what your percentage of ownership is, etc. This is not new information. You're required to do this on the EIDL as well. Okay, now we have to go through a list of questions. And here, can I even highlight it? Here is an important thing. So applicants who are individuals and all 20% or greater owners must answer the questions. And if question 5 or 6 are a yes, or 7 is a no, the loan will not be approved. So if the other questions are a yes, I don't even know how the better way of saying this, you might still be able to be approved. So are you currently ineligible for a loan? Have you filed for bankruptcy? Yes or no? Are you unable to get a loan because you have defaulted on a loan? Yes or no? Is a business owner, do you have other common interests in other businesses? So if you are a serial entrepreneur, like many of our clients are, you will need to provide that information, and all owners that own over 20% will need to provide that information. Has a business received an EIDL or economic injury disaster loan? If yes, provide details on a separate sheet. And you are able to get both a PPP and an EIDL loan. They just need to know about it because they're going to remove the $10,000 grant from your forgiveness on the PPP. So you will still be qualified. You will not be disqualified if you have both the PPP and the EIDL. So please don't freak out if you read that question and you're like, oh my God. Okay, so questions 5 or 6. If you answer this yes, then you will not be approved. So this is all around criminal stuff. So are you subject to an indictment, criminal information, arraignment, or other means by which formal criminal charges are brought in any jurisdiction or presently incarcerated on probation or parole? So if that is a yes, you'll be declined. Within the last 7 years, for a felony or misdemeanor for a crime against a minor, have you been convicted, pled guilty, pled no contest, etc.? If that is a yes, you'll be declined. I am a U.S. citizen, or I have lawful residency. If that is yes, you'll be approved. If you are not a U.S. citizen or a lawful permanent resident, you will be declined. And you will need to, again, initial everything here. And here you're going to certify that all these things are true. So we've talked about this previously. The current economic conditions require this loan. So yeah, you need the money to pay your payroll. You need to pay your other expenses. That's the facts for many businesses. So initial that. The funds will be used to retain workers and make payroll and other payments. Yes, that's the purpose of the loan. So please initial that. You will provide documentation on payroll costs, etc. to get the loan forgiveness. Of course, you'll do that because you're not crazy. Again, I highly, highly recommend get a separate bank account, put the PPP money in there, only spend the forgivable money, out of the bank account that you set up, and don't commingle anything because you do not want to create a mess for the SBA. You want to provide the easiest, cleanest audit trail for them. So please follow that direction. If you hear anything, just hear that. Let's see. Loan forgiveness is for the sum of payroll costs, mortgage interest payments, covered rent payments, and covered utilities. I saw this. I'm a little freaked out by it, but we'll see what they say. Due to likely high subscription, it is anticipated that not more than 25% of the forgiven amount may be for non-payroll costs. So I think what they're trying to do is keep in the spirit of the bill where you're paying for people, not for rent and utilities and all that. So please just rehire people, replace people if you have to. One thing that I'm hearing a lot too is, am I going to get docked here? I've got, full-time equivalent. Does that mean I need to replace one person for another person? Exactly like Jane for Jane or Sue for Sue? I don't actually think that's how it goes. Full-time equivalent in accordance with the government is a 40-hour work week. So if you typically have a person who works a 40-hour work week, they are a FTE or full-time equivalent. If you have two people, this person works 20 and this person works 20, that makes one full-time equivalent. So keep that in mind. I don't think that you need to go rehire the same people. If they are unavailable to work for you, I don't think it's going to, ding you at all. And you need to certify that you will not get two PPP loans, so please don't be crazy and do that. They are telling you that you will pay them a lot of money and you will go to jail for the rest of your life, or not really, 5 years, which seems like the rest of my life. But if you lie, you'll be in trouble. And they are going to, I acknowledge the lender will calculate the eligible loan amounts using tax documents I have submitted. So tax documents would be things like W-2s, 1099s, 940, 941. If you're a current client of ours, we will get all of this stuff packaged up for you and we'll give you everything with pretty much a bow on it. If you're not a current client of ours, hey, now's the time to become a current client, I guess. But we are going to make sure that everybody on our client list is able to get this loan at the full amount. So we're going to put everything in a spreadsheet, all of your payroll, all of your health insurance, all of your state and local taxes, like everything that we can include on that 2x rate, like it will be well documented. So when the lender looks at you, they're going to their heart will smile. When you're done, you can sign it. We can also sign on your behalf as your authorized representative. We're happy to do that for you. And I've had a lot of questions about this, and I am super excited to get some clarification. So, for the purposes of calculating average monthly payroll, most applicants will use the average monthly payroll for 2019. I'm thinking that you are most applicants, so we will gather all of your 2019 information. We will also put in the spreadsheet your January, February, March of 2020 in case your application is different whenever you're getting lending from the bank. Of course, we'll only use a 12-month period, but I don't want to have to go back and change things later because we didn't do it right the first time. So if all we have to do is delete a few columns in that spreadsheet to submit everything to the lender, I'm okay with that. And again, if you are a brand new business starting in 2020, they have specified that you'll be using January 1st to 2020 to February 29th, 2020 numbers. So this is written out here. And this is a sample, really big right here. This is not final. You are not applying with the SBA. You're applying with a bank that is approved to provide these funds. So this gives you some general guidance as to what the SBA is expecting to be on loan applications, but your loan application will look different than this, probably. The lender is probably going to have like something that's on their letterhead or on their website where you're doing it online. So this is a great primer for what you can expect, and you can start gathering your documents now so that by the time it's, you're ready to apply, you've got it. And I have some good news about that here, so I'm going to jump into another form. Okay, so this was provided on the Treasury's the Treasury Department's website, and this is exciting. So starting on April 3rd, small businesses and sole props can apply for and receive loans for the covered cost. Starting April 10th, independent contractors and self-employed individuals can apply for this loan. So we have a few days. We will be working tirelessly to get this done for you. If you're our client, if you're not, we'll give you resources to do this on your own, or you're welcome to come work with us. But we have a few days. We now at least have a soft deadline. So this is exciting for us because we've had a lot of people asking about it. So hang tight. I will be reaching out to you guys. Your accountants will be reaching out to you to give you your final numbers. We know that this is really important. We've got your back, but hopefully this gets you excited about what's to come. So thanks.